And welcome back. In the digital heart of Northern Europe, Estonia has built one of the world's most connected societies where business, governance and innovation live entirely online. Now, the small Baltic nation is turning its gaze south to Africa's most entrepreneurial powerhouse, South Africa. Estonia's government is launching a new campaign to invite South African business owners to join its celebrated e-Residency program, a virtual bridge to the European Union's single market. Joining me now is Kuuskemaa, Matt, the head of business strategy at e-Residency. Perhaps to start the conversation here, Matt, thank you so much for your time. Really do appreciate it. Estonia is already known as one of the world's most digitally advanced nations. What inspired its focus on South Africa?
Thank you very much for having me on, first of all. So it's not our entirely first engagement with South Africa. We already have 456 South African e-residents and we've started around 149 companies in Estonia. So we're really happy to be back and re-engage and actually make it possible for South Africans to receive e-residency cards also in South Africa, because we do have a great geographical distance between our countries. But on the other hand, we share many things in common, and we see that the best ways to really build our friendly relations is economical collaboration. This year, South African Interior Minister Leon Schreiber visited Estonia, and South Africa also offered visa freedom to Estonians. So, by the way, thank you for this. We're really happy, and we see that e-residency works worldwide, and we kind of enable our country to, be a platform for entrepreneurs around the world to engage with the European market, and we're really happy to invite South Africans to be part of this as well.
Yeah, this is ultimately to attract business activity and entrepreneurs to Estonia. But what are the minimum requirements to qualify for an e-residency?
So e-residency, we've worked already 11 years, so we have around 130,000 people worldwide who've done it. So the rules are really the same, whether you're German or South African, wherever you are from around the world. But essentially you have to apply online. The application is 100% online, and once you have to turn up to a physical location to pick up this card, and then your identity is verified, because we don't want any chance of any identity theft or issue. And that's why we're having this one-time mission that people can receive these cards in Johannesburg and Cape Town if they apply then end of this year from 3rd November to 18th December.
Yeah. And how long does it last for?
So you get this card for 5 years, and then you can use it whenever you want to. So it doesn't bring you any direct obligations, but then most entrepreneurs, once they have the business idea ready or immediately, they then go on a marketplace, find like an accounting partner in Estonia and start a company online. The company foundation takes normally between 2 hours to maximum 2 working days, but we did a world record 3 years ago at London Tech Week. And it was the fastest company establishment in the world in 15 minutes and 33 seconds.
Yeah, so that means that I can, incorporate and domicile a business in Estonia while living anywhere else in the world, in this instance in South Africa. Does it mean that I can live in Estonia physically on the same residency card?
So e-residency is really digital access to Estonia. So this is exactly what you mentioned, is that this is one of the easiest ways in the world to start and run a company, because after you have your residency card, it doesn't matter where you are physically at all. You can do everything online. In Estonia, you can even do court procedures online, for example, if you have disagreements with your partners. Anything with a company is online. But there are other ways to move to Estonia, and one of them that we'd like to also promote and make more known in South Africa is start a visa. So if you have an Estonian entity and you have a scalable business model, some tech-related project, and you want to engage more with the European market, you want to, maybe one of the founders want to spend more time there, you can absolutely apply for startup visa, and you're very welcome also to move to Estonia or spend time there.
Yeah.
And we're happy that there are also South Africans who tried that out.
So if I have an e-residency permit and I have my business incorporated and domiciled in Estonia and operating, and let's say my business requires me to come and set up a factory for some or other reason, do I need a separate visa for entry into Estonia, even if it's for business-related purposes?
So Estonia is part of the Schengen zone. So in a way, if you have a Schengen visa, you can travel with that, or also you can apply for an Estonian Schengen visa. So this is all also easy process and absolutely also possible to set up physical businesses. There are, for example, South Africans who've set up restaurants in Estonia. So why not? Absolutely, that would be very welcome.
Yeah. What is the effect of this on the economy of Estonia? This is a fascinating concept. Do you see more of an uptick on this since this has been made available? And do you see the economic dividend translate?
So what is really wonderful about this is that it's, in a way, e-Residency is a kind of government-led startup idea. So when it was launched, we didn't exactly know the use case. We thought it would be used more for digital identification, but then we learned that in a lot of countries, not South Africa, by the way, in my opinion, but in a lot of countries, it's very hard to be an entrepreneur. In many European countries, it's really bureaucracy and everything takes a lot of headache and stress and time from entrepreneurs, from their business. And in Estonia, we've made it so much easier. There's so much less bureaucratic burden that so many founders have taken this on from Europe and from around the world. And it's brought a lot of diversity to our ecosystem. So 39% of Estonian startups, Estonia has a very active startup ecosystem, are e-residents. And they don't necessarily need to be in Estonia. What we joke is that we don't have such wonderful weather and climate like South Africa. It's very cold winters and dark, so people don't need to be there all the time. They need to be there only when they want to, essentially. And it's also brought a lot of growth. Every fifth company in Estonia is e-resident founded.
Oh, wow. Beyond the ease of access, what are the other incentives that one would consider to start a business in Estonia?
So broadly also, Estonia is a very small market as such. We're 1.3 million people, but we are a European Union member. So if you want to enter European Union markets, and sell especially if you have some online services, then distances really don't matter. Then if you start an Estonian company with e-Residency, then you're part of this ecosystem. And European Union is the second largest economy in the world, just after the United States. So it gives really new opportunities. And when I've spoken to South African e-residents, sometimes what they told me is that they suddenly can charge people in European prices, and suddenly their identity also changes, that they are in South Africa, they live there, but at the same time they have a European company. So in a way, it really brings two great ecosystems together.
Yeah, and just lastly, this is an initiative that you had mentioned had come about after Minister Scheider's visit to Estonia, as well as South Africa having given visa-free access to Estonians. What lies ahead in the pipeline in the relationship around South Africa and Estonia in ease of access as well as ease of doing business together?
So we have an ambassador already who is designated to South Africa. We have many Estonian companies that we see quite active in South Africa. So there's interest, I think, on both sides. Also, Estonia is very, very active in promoting e-governance around the world, because we have all the services for citizens in Estonia are online. You can even get married and divorced partly online. Anything is online. So we'd like to also other countries to develop their e-government services. This is another aspect where Estonia really wants to engage with South Africa. But we see great potential there, and of course, it's a country that we love to visit. So we see a potential for a much stronger economic relationship between our countries.
Yeah, Kuuskemaa, thank you so much for your time. Really do appreciate it. Kuuskemaa is the head of business strategy at e-Residency.